Hi, this is Bonnie from Mom by Example, and I wanted to do this YouTube video as an introduction to a post I'm doing about making life easier. A few days ago, I was in our local grocery store and a young mom approached me and said, "Are you Bonnie from Mom by Example?" I thought, uh-oh. And she said, "Please, do you have any tips to make my life easier? I have a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 4-week-old, and life is so hard." Well, I couldn't think of anything at the time, but now over the past few days, I decided to make a series of posts, 3. And the first post I talked about earlier this week was, how do you make your house do the work for you? And I gave some tips. Today's is about how we as moms can do things so that our life has more joy and is easier. And the third post I'm going to write is, what can we do with our children to make life easier for both them and for us? And that'll be posting in my next post. If you go to Mom by Example and type in where it says search for tags, easier living, you'll find all 3 posts. But today I wanted to talk about moms. I think we would have more joy and find life easier if we understood how valuable our role is as mom. The children that call us mom, for whatever reason they came into our home, whether through adoption, legal guardianship, foster care, birth, there's a reason that they call us mom. I believe it's God ordained. In Acts 17:26, it says that God has even planned the time for when we would be born and where we would live. And if we understood that God has given us these children for a reason, we're to help them find their giftings and their calling. We're to help to raise them so that they understand how to live in this fallen world. They're to make a difference that only they can make. And we are the moms for that job. One of my sons talked to a junior high group of students at a local school, and he gave an illustration that I thought really applied to motherhood. He took the story from the Bible but sort of tweaked it. He called 2 8th graders up on stage, and he whispered in each of their ears that they couldn't hear what he said to either one. And to the 1 8th grader, he said, "I'm going to give you a job to do. It's going to be hard, but I'm going to pay you $10 an hour." But what he whispered in the other boy's ear was, "I'm going to give you a job to do, and it's going to be hard, but I'm going to give you $10 million. Well, the job was hard, and it was hot, and the boys were sweating, and it was very hard physical work. And after a few hours, the one that was getting $10 an hour decided it was just too much. It was too hard. He was done. But the one that was promised the $10 million thought, you know what? I can do this. I can get through this. This is going to be great." And my son went on to explain that we sometimes look at our life and circumstances and we base our joy or our sense of worth on the outcome or the reward. I think we as moms need to understand that what we're doing with our children is invaluable. $10 million wouldn't even touch it. And that's how important our role is. And it's not going to last forever. I remember there were so many days when I was raising my 8 children that I thought, I will never be able to shower again without an interruption. I will never have any time for myself. I will never have food and drink that I don't have to share. But those days do. They go quickly. And now we have 5 children out of the home and only 3 children left. We have a limited amount of time, moms, to help raise our children to be all that they can be. And if we view it as valuable as it really is, I think we'll have more joy and life will be easier.